Hi every spirit, Daddy here. I wish you are enjoying your day. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. And if you want to support me, make sure to check my link tree in the description. You can ask me for artworks, outfits, sculptures, all types of paintings, jewelry, whatever you may, you know, be inspired with or want to be done by me. Just make sure to DM me or email me, okay? And make sure to also check out my amazing partner Esotericcloudsurfer on his link tree as well, which will be in my description down below as well. He has also amazing services and readings. So what I want to talk today is just something that I really want people to be aware of, because there are people that talk out of their ass and might think that it's just, oh, I'm stating the reality of things, you know, or I am, you know, being realistic here, or I'm judging by my situation right now, right? And an example that I will give you, like a scenario that happened in my life, was I was talking to a lady, which she is closer to me, and she was saying something about a mixer, because she broke. I let the mixer, like those glass mixers, on the in the kitchen, and it was out of its own shelf, right? So it was kind of waiting for it to dry, and she broke it, right? But that was not the problem. The problem was when she said, or she, and that happens in many times, but she said, we have to buy the glue to glue it, right? And then it's like, okay, we're gonna glue it, but then she added a thing that just ruined the whole experience for me, which was because we don't have, or we will not have money to buy more. And I'm like, what? I mean, I didn't say that to her, because that's something that you know, I don't like to cause any kind of like hazard out of a situation that you know, is nothing you know, personal kind of. But the thing was that the situation that she proposed, or that she was seeing, was, instead of fixing, right, or instead of having more focus on, you know, what is there, instead of focusing on what is possible, she was focusing, or she threw out something like, we are fixing this because there is no money, or there will be no money, or there will be no way to buy it again. And that's absolutely fucking insane. I cannot understand those type of people, and I feel like that's a type of people that goes around judging their future by looking at their reality, or, you know, looking at an illusion of their reality, because many times people don't even look at the reality for real. People look at their reality through their own little world and little perspective, little bag of emotions, that then leads to you know, continuing a cycle that is not yet broken, or it's like continuing not wanting to break that cycle, or continuing paying attention to something that you don't like in your present life, and projecting to the future, is the worst thing you can do to your own life, to the people around you, to the environment, to any spirit, because that's stinky and that's nasty. Why? Because that stops any perception of expansion, and the only thing that happens is contraction and fucking you know, continuing with the same pattern of not having, of being in scarcity, having some form of depth or unfulfillment, and projecting that to the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are paying attention to the right things in the present, and that you are not projecting the things that you don't like in your present to the future. If you think you don't have money and you are doing something because you don't have money, and you are perceiving that you will not have money, that's why you're doing that, you are just creating a ritual and spell around you not having money, because you are creating, you are doing something, you are expressing, you are moving something around with your physical body, because you already have something on your mind saying that you will not have money to pay that shit, and you act, by you acting out on that shit, with that in mind, you are going to continue propagate that mentality. You are going to continue propagating that state of being. And I really want for you to be aware of people like that in your surroundings, as well as your goddamn self. Because when you might not even say it, but there are many patterns that people go through, people that don't have money, people that don't have flowing currency into their lives or out of their lives, will always have some form of ritual and spell around not having something, or trying to get something instead of having it, instead of, you know, I have it, instead of spending it. No, it's not having, or not. There will be a percentage level of those rituals and spells in people that do not know how to flow with currency, or then do not have the currency that they need into their lives. So make sure that you are paying attention to what you're doing, because this is not about ego right now. This is about you understanding what you are creating as a spirit, because what you pay attention to is the flows that are going to happen in your life, are the flows that are going to move you in a certain direction. So there are so many paths, there are so many currencies, there are so many frequencies that you can attach yourself to, that you can ride, that you can fly on, that you have to, and that you can be washed up under, that you really have to be aware what you are doing, and is that something that you want? Because you may go into poverty for real, like the minimum for you just to understand that you ain't shit, and whatever you are creating is the shit. And so if you are paying attention to that led you to that situation, if that's what you are pushing forward and you haven't learned yet, you are going to continue experiencing that, because you haven't learned yet. You haven't let yourself soak in on whatever you have been experiencing. What led you to that? What led you to that experience? What led you to the circumstance you are in right now? And most importantly, what do you do each and every day? What is on your head when you are doing shit? Not only head, minds. We all have different minds through our whole body and even out of the fucking body, but specifically these condensed minds, and what's going on in all of your minds. Like, you don't have to be aware of all of it, you just have to be aware of what you mainly pay attention to, right? You really have to be aware of what you may be subconsciously going through, and you have to get more in touch with your emotions and feelings for you to be you know, emotionally aware of how you are feeling when you are doing something. Because people that are poor, that don't have ways to go about the world, they don't know how to express their own currency, their own flow, because I'm not saying this to bash you. Each and every fucking spirit has a purpose. Each and every fucking spirit has their own gifts and creativity. Don't tell me you don't have them, because it's impossible. You know what I mean? And that's something that you yourself create, that you yourself manifest. And we all as unique spirits have that. So we all have the ability to make currency, to create currency, and to receive, to spend currency, to make things flow. And I'm just talking here about money, but because that's one of the most absurdly popular ways for general 99% of the world to go about the world. And I want you to understand that you have to go about the world in your own way. And what was my fucking point here? I'm swearing a lot today. I'm just I'm getting very aroused because this is a very important situation. This is a very important thing that many people practice, and they don't even realize that they are practicing a ritual to continue doing whatever they don't like doing and keep affirming whatever they don't like. And that's not how we go about our own path. That's not how we go about our own journey and getting our ends meet with our own creativity and imagination. So remember not to project to the future shit that you don't like in the present. Remember not to project shit onto the future that you don't like in the past, because that's not you warning yourself, that's not you preventing yourself from other or from getting hurt, it's you preventing yourself from experiencing, it's you preventing yourself from going about your creativity in a new way, in a more expansive way. Okay, so make sure that you are affirming what you like, what you see, because we are talking about reality. We don't need to be avoiding reality. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about avoid the bad things in your reality and just focus on the positive. That's the point. But if you have that shit, don't focus those thoughts on your future. Make sure, self-reflect, sit down, get your ass out of the streets, get your ass out of the car, sit down and think about it. Sit down and meditate. Sit down and do something with it. Do some form of realization, do some form of internalization at least, so you can know with senses what type of thing are you, what is that which is not going well. Not only emotionally, but also physically, right? Obviously, there will be physical things that will be happening that are not in your favor, or may seem not in your favor, but you can always do something with it, right? So that is the point. You don't have to project, oh, I don't have money now, or I don't have $1 million now. That means that hold on. So let me do here a nice neat example. Just like with the mixer that I was talking about, here would be something like, well, instead of you, like, imagine you, instead of you working on in your day-to-day job, you imagine you start with your day-to-day job, or something like that. You don't have money, you go to a job where your goal is to get $1 million house. Very materialistic, very simple. And you go to that job and work and something like that, or you let somebody convince you, or you convince yourself, or something like that, and it takes a lot of time to get that million. Obviously, you cannot get $1 million working on a job or on a normal job, right? But we are making here an example, right? Imagine you are getting 10,000 a month or something like that, and you are like, shit, I don't have $1 million right now, or something like that. You're working there, and then all of a sudden, or something like that, you forgot, and now you're like, hold on, I don't have $1 million. What? Why should I be, why should I be focusing on a house that I can't have because I don't have $1 million right now? Does that even make sense? If you are working for it, you are working your ass off about something that you want to do, and you are not, and you stop going for something, or you stop looking forward to something better because you look at yourself, oh, I only have $10,000 in my account, so let's instead of me saving for a house, obviously I will not have it because blah blah blah, let me buy here a house for 20,000 and fuck it. What's the purpose now? Like, what is the, what was the purpose of you going to that job that your first intention was that, but now you are going about it like that? This is a little bit of a mixed example, because we are here talking about you changing your mind, right, about something, but look at it like you want to buy a $1 million house, and you think it's impossible, or you start doing something that something else than that $1 million house that you want to have, because you don't have that $1 million, so you stop focusing on it. That's the majority of the people in this world. They do not create their own business. They do not create their own shit. Why? Because they are paying attention to the negatives in their current situation, instead of balancing out with the positives and whatever you can do, right? Instead of just always blocking yourself from experiencing, right? So that is kind of a little example for you to understand better what I'm trying to say here. Remember that you have the power to change your reality, and it's not because everything is very bad right now that it doesn't benefit you, because what is benefit? You get something out of it, being it knowledge, wisdom, experience, passion, money, creativity, motivation, whatever it may be, approval, other things. You get that. You get that profit from it, right? You still can profit from a certain situation if you train yourself to look at things in a more individual and unique way, instead of letting others remind you, oh, you don't have money actually, or oh, you actually don't have a car like me, so we can't really go to that journey together, or whatever it may be, you know, like just make sure to discern and not project whatever you may be going through right now onto the future, if that future is not bright for you. You feel me? Like, don't start projecting shit onto the future if that's something that you are scared of. Like, oh, I'm going to be fucking poor and there is no way I can do something about it. Like, no, stop with that shit. You are stopping yourself from experiencing, and you are stopping other people from experiencing well enough, because around you they feel stuck, around you they feel junky, around you they feel dusty, because you are always on the couch, sitting, doing the same shit over and over, because you think you cannot get out of the situation that you are in right now, or you think that the future is going to be worse than it is right now. So stop with that shit and make yourself straight. Got it? See you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and Miss Daria is surfing out. Make sure to check out my Linktree in the description down below, as well as Esotericcloudsurfers, and I will see you all very soon. Daria is surfing out. Bye. Shout out to my soul group, and to each and every unique individual changing the world right now by being themselves.